What up, y'all? What it do? I'm Miss Indigo Blue. Thank you for stopping through here to my channel, Zen Mother's Garden. Here on this channel, we do monthly love and money readings for individual signs, as well as new moon, full moon readings, and channel chit chat. Of course, in all tarot readings, there will also be channel chit chat. This reading here is a weekly guidance reading for the week of May 25th through May 31st, 2020. It is a follow-up to our new moon reading, which launched pretty much this channel here the other day. And so we are going to see, now that we have either, if we decided or didn't decide to step into this energy that the new moon was offering us, what is to come for us. So what I am going to do is use 3 and possibly 4 decks of cards. The 3 that I'm definitely going to use are all oracle decks. So the first deck that I'm going to use is the Wild Kuan Yin Oracle. So I'm going to shuffle through those now to find what information is necessary for the collective to receive 20 cards as guidance for this week of May 24th through the 31st. Let's see, before I do, play with me. Okay. So the card that comes out is number 15, Play With Me. So that's a 6, which definitely goes right along with the flow. If you decided to make that number 5 change, then you should be on your way with the number 6. So that 15 card is exactly in order. So I'm going to place it here in the book. I am going to use the books. This is actually my first time using this deck of cards. The next oracle deck that I'm using is the Heal Yourself reading cards. This one is by Ina Segal. The Wild Kuan Yin Oracle is by Alana Fairchild. So I did already pre-shuffle the decks. That one. Again, this is my first time using this one. So I haven't even really taken a good look at all of the pictures. I look through the deck, but you know how when you look into the picture, you see something different. So I'm excited to see what message this deck brings to the collective for May 25th through the 31st, 2020. Can't see what it says there at the bottom, can you? It says love. This is the love card, number 28. Really wish you could see that. So number 28, and we're going to place it into the book as well. And there's not a book to go with the other deck that I'm going to use today. The other deck that I'm going to use is the Archangel Oracle card. Now, I don't have a book for this deck, so this will definitely be a message channeled from the Archangels. This is Adoring Virtue deck. I'm going to give it one extra little bit of shuffling here before we ask what message do the Archangels have for us for this week of May 25th through May 31st, 2020. Okay. Leadership is the card that came out, and it is also pulling me to take a look at this Divine Order card, which is underneath, and take back your power. One more, followed by Indigo and Crystal Children, which is exactly what's happening right now, right? Like this, the whole shift that's happening in the world right now is, if we are of the understanding that this is our time, and this time and these things that are happening is for us to step back into our power and for the real power of what? Love, which this deck here gave us to be coming out and coming forth. That's what time it is. And so for those of us who were on that path where we were choosing the wrong journey, we again weren't choosing that cup energy. We weren't choosing that love. We were choosing the physical manifestations. We were choosing the money, cars, the success story. And the true success story is actually coming here and doing what you came to do. So, of course, yes, I did pick up my Bible before I started this reading as well. It took me to the book of St. John, and it takes me to the story where Jesus fed the large number of people with the one loaf of bread, and then they were questioning, like, didn't you say this is Jesus who was born of Mary and Joseph? How come he's saying he came here from the heavens? Like we have. We've come here from the heavens to bring life and light into this world. And so those of us who have not taken back our power to do so, we are not acting in divine order. So if you have pledged yourself to step into this new energy that this new moon has placed upon you, then you are actually saying, yes, I take back my power. I am going to do what is divinely in line, and I am going to step into this leadership role just like the angels are speaking to us about. So I'm going to go ahead and grab this Wild Kuan Yin. Did not mean to close that book, but I did. And read from the number 15 card, which is Play With Me. There is a more joyful way for you to be yourself in the world. To access that, you will need to let go of the struggles you have endured and your past suffering. You do not have to deny what you have been through, nor do you need to ignore your feelings. But you do need to be willing to put it behind you now. You will not lose anything through doing this except your pain. It has served a purpose. Now it is time for another way. It is time for play. So when I started reading that, I did think about how in the previous reading, um, I was saying that the message that I received was that we don't have to fight those battles anymore. It's time to move along the smart way and not have to be so strong and so steadfast in everything that you're doing, but enjoy everything. Because when you're doing things from your heart and from that love space, then you're going to be doing things that you enjoy with people who you love in a manner that is from the heart. And so it is a more playful energy, right? So this energy signature that is being offered to you is saying, come play with me. Come play with me. See what I'm about. See how I feel. See how I make you feel. See what things happen when you just go with me instead of planning and figuring things out and making these moves based on what you have been told is the way to move. If you just move freely and flow with it, then you're going to have a whole new experience. And it's going to, again, create that new foundation, which is a foundation of love that we can utilize to move ourselves forward. So the guidance in this message says, play, if experienced with presence and awareness, can be deeply healing to mind, body, and soul. It is a way to build energy and attract what we want into our lives too. Have you ever seen a person smile when doing something they love? They're absolutely beautiful, so attractive in their joy. The joyful energy is highly magnetic. So I'm hearing again that Jodeci, I wanna give you so much, like that deep down love that you have for that true match. So that love that you have for that true wife, that love that you have for that energy match, that love that you have for self, the love that you have when you know that you are doing what you came here to do, that you know that you are serving your higher purpose. It's a whole different feeling. One that's probably not truly ever been felt before. It attracts you, it attracts to you whatever you need to help you experience even more joy in your life. Again, so you're not going to have to be doing all that hard work. You get to sit in that King of Pentacles energy where the work is already done and things are now coming to you. It is time to tune in to it again and allow it to heal you and transform your world. So when I read it's time to tune into it again, that doesn't mean like before in this lifetime. That means like that true energy signature that you are, the one energy signature that you walked into this world with unknowingly, the one that you forgot about, the one that you disconnected from. You get to feel that energy again, that wholeness, that newness, that realness. And it says, it is time to tune into it again and allow it to heal you and transform your world. So many of us are trying to transform the world and save the world. And the whole world is not necessarily here for us to save, but we can save and we can transform all the portions and parts of the world that we touch, all the people that we touch, all the things that we interact with. All of those are available to us for us to transform. And the Heal Yourself Oracle deck says the way to go about doing that is love. So I'm looking at the fact that there was a person and an animal, two beings in the previous card, right? And now in this card, there's also two beings. So even though this one, it's not two people, there's still two here. And so 28, love. He's a painting. He's not even a person. But he's looking at her who's in the physical form. And he's like 2D image. And he's looking down on her. Your heart desires more connections, love, and nourishment. Mine does. Does yours? If yours does, comment that line in the comment section below. But put mine. My heart desires more connections, love, and nourishment. You are at a point in your life where you need to learn how to truly give and receive love. So you don't get to receive love without giving love. That's something that we always have to remember. Fully opening your heart will awaken your vulnerability, sensitivity, and fear. In particular, your fear of rejection and intimacy with another person. However, you will also unleash your passion, inspiration, greatness, and an ability to care deeply. And I hear that Jodeci song again. Like, I want to give you so much. It's just so deep. It's that love, again, it comes from way down within, like far down in your sacral chakra, and it comes all the way up and warms your heart. So many of us are so focused on activating our crown and our third eye, even our throat, but we don't pay any attention to those lower chakras. Some of us are stuck in our root. We won't deny that. However, a lot of people who are stuck in their root are stuck there unknowingly and unintentionally. people who are intentionally in their a spiritual path, people who are intentionally doing things, meditation and things of that nature, sometimes only focus on those top chakras. So if you're not going all the way down and getting to the closer portion of the rainbow, when I say closer, right, a rainbow is like this at the bottom, but like this at the top. So those ones that are a little bit closer together, we don't necessarily pay attention to those. But if we don't get those functioning properly, then how really are the other ones truly functioning properly? I'm going to start back at fully opening your heart will awaken your vulnerability, sensitivity, and fear, in particular your fear of rejection and intimacy with another person. However, you will also unleash your passion, inspiration, greatness, and ability to care deeply. Start seeing how great life is and be willing to connect to others. If you have been holding on to a past pain, then it is time to acknowledge, feel, and move forward. Give yourself permission to let people in. Ask for love with all your heart and soul, and it will come. Look for something beautiful in every person you encounter. Focus on feeling good. Whenever you see people loving each other, and know this is coming to you in a form of love, of a lifetime, or an incredible friendship. Let me try that again. Look for something beautiful in every person you encounter. Focus on feeling good whenever you feel people loving. Whenever you see people loving each other, and know this is coming to you in a form of a love of a lifetime or an incredible friendship. So again, in the previous reading, we spoke that it could be friendship, it could be love if it was indeed a person that you were supposed to be finding a new space in your heart for. So you have that Empress energy that is trying to come to you, that you should be marrying yourself to, so that you can birth some new gifts into this world. The action in this card says to love, focus on your heart. Take some slow, deep breaths. Imagine unlocking the door to your heart. What does your heart look like? Is it cold, frozen, and dark? Or is it full of warmth, light, and sweetness? If it's cold and gray, imagine melting the coldness with yellow light. Who do you need to communicate with so that your heart can heal? Imagine that this person is in front of you now. Say what you need to share without holding back. Now step into their shoes and answer back from the highest place within them. Give yourself permission to experience an open heart. Every time you want to close your heart, take some deep breaths and choose to keep it open, even if it hurts. So this is really a call to action to love yourself, to recognize your power, and to forgive anyone who you need to forgive that's keeping your heart on lockdown, because you have a leadership role that is waiting for you to step into it. It says it's time for you to assume your leadership power and position and lovingly guide others. In order for you to honestly be a guide to others in this world, you have to love people, you have to love what you're doing, you have to also respect the differences between yourself and them, and know that everyone's not going to think like you, everyone's not going to feel like you, and be just because they do not does not make them wrong. So you have to love the fact that them thinking differently than you alone can teach you something, and be open to receiving what it is that they are there to teach you, even though you come as the teacher or the leader. These actions that you are taking are divinely guided. It says everything is how it needs to be right now. So especially in the state of the world right now, you probably have been given a little more freedom to sit back and think and reflect and see how things are really actually going and happening in your life. So use this time wisely. As we spoke again, use the resources that they're giving you wisely if you're getting them. And if you're not getting them, ask yourself why. Ask yourself, how come you ended up in a position where you're not receiving the things that other people are receiving? How come you found yourself in a position where you're still doing a whole bunch of work when other people are being able to sit back comfortably and not have to do so much work and seemingly are receiving more benefits than you are receiving? That is the plight of many of the essential workers right now, and not the ones who have been afforded the ability to work from the comfort of their own home, who are getting the acceptance from their employer or their company to work from home and have their children in that place because childcare is not available right now. But I mean the people who are out there in the public every single day dealing with people and possibly have an unsurety about themselves. Because there's some people who are going to work and they have no fear. They're like, I'm gonna be good, this can't touch me, things of that nature. But there's a lot of people who are going to work or places out in public right now who are fearful for what might be coming towards them, what they are putting themselves in way of. Is it harm? Is there something out here for real that can harm me? Some people say this is fake. Some people say this is real. And not to be giving so much energy to that, but this is the state that you are currently in if you are one of those people right now. If this is you doing what you love, like, yeah, I'm out here, but this is what I love to do, then you should also feel safe. You should feel safe in the fact that this is the energy signature that matches what you came here to do. And if you are doing that work, then you are safe. You're protected and you're guarded. However, if you're doing this work and you're going every day scared, if you're going only because you're trying to pay a bill, if you're going only because you feel like you have to, you feel like you're being forced to do it, then you need to reevaluate that situation. You need to take back your power because you're relinquishing it every time you step out the door if you're stepping out of the door in fear. This is Archangel Raziel. Use your God-given power and intention to manifest blessings in your life. If you're feeling like you're going out here and you're putting yourself in harm's way, sorry, I'm trying to make it where you can see the card. If you feel like you're going out here and you're putting yourself in harm's way and it's coming back void, then what are you going out there for? Do you have the opportunity to say, I think that due to this, I need to sit down for a minute and I need to reevaluate some things? Have things happen that's caused you to have to sit down and reevaluate some things? These are all things that you should be looking at this week, especially with the idea that extensions are still occurring, right? So if extensions are still occurring, then there's still a reason for you to be considering such things. And so this week, if you haven't stopped to take a look at what's happening around you, are you in the correct position? Are you doing what you love? Do you feel safe? If you don't, this week, take some time out to reflect upon that. Go out there if you have to and do what you have to do and really feel your feelings. Feel what you feel when you're walking out the door. Feel what you feel when you're walking in the door to this place. Feel what you're feeling when you leave that place. Feel what you're feeling when you return back home. Do you feel safe in your home? Do you feel safe in your neighborhood? These are things that you too might want to reevaluate. Some people, it's not about a job. Some people, it's about their environment. For some people, it's about the people who they are entertaining. Are you entertaining people who are not acting in a manner that is protective to you? Are they putting your safety in harm's way every day? Reevaluate your situationships, your relationships, and everything that you have chosen and you have manifested previously that is showing up currently in your life. And then with the indigo children and the crystal children card, I decided to keep pulling that out when it came. It says you have a bond with children. In particular, you can help children who are sensitive. And I think that this is important right now because this is the current situation is very different for us, but it's very different for the children too, especially those who are school age, and things really dramatically change for them. And I think going forward and going into the next school year is even going to be even more shocking changes coming for them. So the biggest thing that you can do is stop parents acting like it's a burden to have them at home. Stop acting like you're bothered by their presence. They are the most valuable gifts that we can have ourselves. We can learn so much from their innocence, their honesty. We can just sit back and appreciate the fact that we got somebody to love. Sit back and appreciate the fact that you are being given the opportunity to spend more time with this person who came through this world via your body. Just cherish it. I've seen a lot of memes about how we are going to react to these kids. I know for me, there's at least once during the day where I'm having some type of outburst of frustration, even with my own child. So I'm not speaking out only, I'm speaking also in, but never ever do I feel like it's a burden for her to be here. Never ever do I feel like I'm happy. I'm thankful. And it's amazing that we have grown even closer than we were before, which is kind of hard to believe, but the mere fact that she's finishing my sentences, and I'm not trying to make this about me, but I'm just saying that it's an example, because I am one of the people who's choosing to see this as a blessing. So many things in our lives are only about the perspective and the perception that we place upon it. You're going to hear me say that a lot because I feel like it's true. It's only bothering you because you're thinking about it this way. If you think about it from the other side, yin that yang. Quit looking at it in its darkness and see it in its light. Then you can love it. The cards that we got today said to use love, to grow your love. Some of us are not loving what's right in front of us. Some of us aren't thankful for the positions that we have been put in. Some of us aren't thankful for the opportunities that are right in front of us. Some of us are not thankful for the people who we have been blessed with. And so I believe this week the other activity that is necessary is to stop and see things from the other side. Those of you who are now wearing the teacher's hat and not just the parent's hat, there's only a couple more weeks left for school if your child is still in school. But every time they smile, go, I made that smile. Every time they laugh, be thankful that your child is happy. Be thankful that you got food to feed them. Be thankful that you can take a bath at noon, 5 p.m., or 2 a.m. if you want to. If you're an essential worker and you're doing what you came here to do, be thankful that you are able to walk in that. And just use love. So I believe that's what they want us to focus on this week, is to find the love in everything. Find the fun in everything. Play with this. Play with that. If you don't know what you love, play with these things that are available in front of you that you haven't touched in so long. And remember, ooh, I really used to love doing this. I played an instrument in high school. Or, ooh, do y'all remember how to play no walking, no talking, no show you how your white teeth? The kids gonna be like, what? No walking, no talking, no showing your white teeth. You don't know how to play that? Come on, it's just like Mother May I. It's just like, what time is it, Mr. Fox? Take them outside. Show them the old school stuff that used to make you and your cousins laugh and giggle, freeze tag, and all those things that they don't get to do anymore because you're too busy. Now you're at home. So utilize the babies if you have babies. If you're not a parent or you're not someone who has children or around children ever, you might have pets. Go throw the ball with your pet. See what ancestor you think might be actually coming to you as protection through your pet. Figure that out this week. Do something in your household that makes it feel warmer, that just reminds you of love, so that when you crack open the door, when you come in from outside, you see it and you're like, oh, love. You know? We have to do these things because in order for these energy signatures to play out in our lives, we have to really internally feel them. And if we're not able to internally feel them, then we can't really bring them into fruition. I also believe that's what that scripture was speaking about. Like, what did you come here to do? In order for you to have the most pleasant, the most fulfilled, the most loving experience that you can have here, you have to reconnect to that energy that you forgot about. You have to reconnect to that person who you've lost. Find your true self and create a new foundation in love. Divorce those bad habits. Divorce those things that are not supposed to be in your life. Get away from that. Put it in the water. Like, so where's the water? Not here. Give it back to your ancestors. Give it back to spirit. Let them carry that bad energy away. And then let some new love and some new prosperity and something new come in that's beautiful and full of light in its place. That is my message for this week of May 25th through May 31st. I hope that you enjoyed. I hope that this helped. Please like, comment, and subscribe. This is a new thing for me to broadcast these readings out here into the world of YouTube. So I'm just going to be thankful to touch and reach as many people as the divine has intended. I love you and I thank you so much for the opportunity of bringing you this message. See you next time.